Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here with Brother Bro. Today we have a special guest star. The film drunk is here.
What's up? This is the film drunk here with the Oscar expert and brother bro. This is weird.
The film drunk has a YouTube channel where he does film reviews and Oscar predictions just like us. And we got lots of overlap with the fans. He's really up and coming, and his videos are really fun to watch. He's a very chill guy, extremely charismatic. So welcome.
Wow.
Featured
I'm
on
touched.
as number one from the Forbes 40 under 40, and you were the number one.
Yeah, I beat out like Florence Pugh.
And congratulations on making it big. This is your shot in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm quitting my job now.
We got a couple execs over here. Studio execs are behind
yeah?
the camera, and they're
I-
both doing this.
Do I look okay? Hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. Good
I'm
enough.
basically Alan Kim in like 15 years, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, we thought, they're signaling to me in sign language, which I can understand, that they expected you to come with like a bow tie or something more formal, but they actually like saw your shirt or sweater and they said, I like this aesthetic actually better.
Yeah, exactly. See,
So
it's
they're
chill
actually really-
vibes here.
Things are
Chill
going well.
vibes.
Things are going well.
I don't
They're
have
giving
your
you
like
fun
little
stuff.
your mini tie. I can't do that.
We'll,
I
we'll
can't
teach
rock
you how
it.
to do it if you want. I need to do a tutorial
Okay,
on that because people don't know how to do it. But it's like if you did it, he knows lots of fun just ties.
tie
a tie, and then
Yeah.
tie it again, and then tie it again. That's how you
3
keep
times.
you make it very like the short side very very short, and you keep doing it again and again and again and again and again, and then finally you put it through, and it's just like a nub, and it's just the
Just
whole
like
thing.
yeah.
But it has to be a perfect
Okay.
nub. Like if you do
Yeah.
too many knots and you can't get it through, you do not enough, then it's not, and it's down to here, and it's not quite funny enough. So you need to.
True.
It's,
I mean, you rock it if I'm being honest. I don't think I could pull that off. Just like a little
I think you could do your own thing. You can do like a really chunky bow tie, maybe.
like
I don't know. What's
like
your thing? Is it?
obnoxiously
Do you wear like a
large.
white or gold blazer? I could see you doing that or something, like a top hat.
Yeah, just hella bling. Yeah, I could do that.
You could do like an identical bow tie and a bow, and it's like really weird.
Oh,
It's like, oh, that's the same thing. Two bows. Yeah.
That's true.
So what got you into making videos in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, I've always made like YouTube videos, like even when I was like really young. They're super shitty, and I hope no one ever finds them ever. I'm pretty sure I deleted them, but I took them down. But I've always been interested in that, and I've always like edited stuff. And then I don't know, when I got into college, I was just like, I don't even know like what I really like. And then I've always like somewhat been into movies, and I just started watching them more, and then I just realized I was like, this is actually fully my shit, and I'm going to try to combine one thing and the other thing in the depressing life of college. And I guess this is where it came from. It took me a while to start, but I don't know. I've always been creating stuff, to be honest.
So you're doing this on the side while you're in college right now, or you've graduated?
So I graduated during lockdown. So
Oh, great.
that was cool. I woke up in
The
my
legendary class of 2020.
bed. Yeah, honestly, legendary. It was like a nice little emailed video of them reading my name with like a photo of me, and that was my graduation. So that was pretty sick. I actually kind
Moment
of
to
liked it.
cherish. I didn't get that at my graduation. Yeah,
uh,
so. I didn't even get that, and that's sad. I didn't graduate during the pandemic, but so what kind of videos were you creating like that were non-film related? Our imaginations are just running wild.
Yeah, so I do have one channel still up that actually has more subscribers than the Film Drunk right now.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, I've like completely abandoned it. So I started a new one, but I've always been into like shoes and clothes. So I would do like, I guess reviews or just try to get as much stuff as I could. I did that. I did vlogs, and I've done like stupid little montages and shit that are really bad. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I try not to like show off like the clothes and stuff because I don't want to come off like a douchebag, but it's in my closet.
So a little bit of fashion and a little bit of just what is a blog? Is that kind of under like the brand of lifestyle? Sometimes that's
Yeah.
what is a blog like? Just
Yeah, I mean, I
philosophy
vlogged when
or-
I vlogged when I went to New York with my girlfriend for like the first time. And that was my first time I ever been in New York, so I like just pretty much just filmed everything there. The Times Square was fucking crazy. Do you guys live in New York?
yeah, we are. Yeah, we're pretty much New York. Yeah. We're
Do you guys
moving
go there
back in
often?
after Yeah, I used to work like a few blocks from Times Square, and I would walk through there to work and from the train like every day. twice a day.
Damn,
And I would walk through there to get my favorite food truck for lunch every day. So I went through Times Square 4 times a day for like
bruh,
two
it was
years.
like being in a new country, dude. I'm in like fucking Arizona. We
Oh,
have like
really?
dirt and cactus and in and out, which is cool. But New York was crazy. It was cool though. But yeah, shit
We
like
should
that.
give a shout out to that food truck. It's right by Bryant Park.
Yeah.
So if you're in Bryant Park, you have to get the food truck. Like we love like Indian food and like vegetarian, vegan food. So where do you hope to go with your channel? Like how do you hope it evolves in the future?
Dude, I've been thinking about that. I have no clue, dude. I have no clue. Like, I think at the beginning of the year I had like 200 like subs, I think. So like, I don't know. I feel like it's somewhat happening fast, but even if I just like, even if it amounts to like just growth and like that's it, like that'd be dope. Like that'd be cool. Like if I'm just like that dude on Twitter who just like keeps bringing up like Minari all the time, like that's a fine life for me, you know. I
Yeah,
have no
you have to
idea.
be the biggest stan of something.
Oh
Is,
yeah,
is definitely a good way to be.
yeah, every year. So I'm
I'm
wondering
not.
what movie I'm going to be attached to this year.
I liked though that you were the champion behind Minari. I think that really like helped you kind of make a brand for yourself. People who like Minari are like, oh my god, he's our guy.
Dude,
He's the one.
all the comments have just picked up like the whole bit about
Yeah.
the Minari fam is my fam. I don't know. It caught on
Yeah.
too fast.
And then how'd you get into Oscar predictions? Since that's a big part of your fan base.
Yeah, I don't know cuz I've been watching you guys for a bit and like when I first did my first like Oscar predictions on my channel, I thought it was going to be like my worst video like ever. I thought like maybe 10 people were going to watch it, but I was actually surprised like how many people like watched it when I was like had like no like subscribers in. And I've always just, people ask me, they're like, why do you like actually care about the Oscars? Which I'm sure you guys get asked like a ton
Yeah.
too. And there's various answers, but like at the end of the day, like if someone does something dope, I want to see them get rewarded. Like it was cool. Like if Bong Joon-ho never won and Parasite was like nothing, it's still like one of the best movies, but like recognition, like oddly enough matters and like the Oscars
Yeah.
matter. And maybe it's just cause like that competitive side to me because I know people don't even like the Oscars because they don't like saying one's better than the other. But like, I'm into like basketball a lot, and there has to be like a winner. So I think that just like caught on for me in movies, I guess.
So you were hardcore rooting for Parasite, and is that
Oh
the
yeah,
season that got you in? Like, if that season had not happened, would you be as into the Oscars as you are?
maybe. I mean, that was a fucking feeling that night. God damn it. But honestly, I think it was probably the year before because I was like, this is a weird like flag to plant on that one, but I was like heavily into A Star Is Born. I never really understood like the sentiment towards A Star Is Born, especially with Rami Malek and Bohemian Rhapsody, which just keeps me up at night. But that's actually the one that I would say got me started.
Can you talk about your kind of brand or your style? Like, your title is The Film Drunk, and your style of reviewing is very like informal, which I
Yeah,
think a lot of people are drawn to. Like, how would you describe that?
yeah, 100%. So that's exactly good job. That's 100% what it is. The drunk part, that's exactly what it is. So like when I was thinking of my channel, I was kind of figuring out like how could I even stand out? Like obviously like yeah, like be yourself, whatever, which is important. It's important. But I feel like I don't know, I kind of like the SNL, like the news skits with like Colin Jost and Michael Shea, where like it would like pan to the side, there'll be some like stupid image here while they're talking over here, or something like that. So I essentially tried to I guess replicate it, even though I don't have any graphic design skills. So that's why you always see the poster here. Or if I mention something stupid, I'll change the image here, something like that. But super informal. I do cuss a lot. I don't like the thesaurusy film critic side of movies. And I don't think a lot of people my age like that either, which is why like no one goes to the movies anymore except like comic book stuff. So that's really it.
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, I think that's why people go to YouTube in the first place, is because like most people, there's a lot of value to like what the critics do and like that type of like wording and the artistic
Yeah,
writing.
yeah,
But like
totally.
when it comes to like, I want to know like what people think about the movie. It's much more direct to go to like a YouTube review.
Yeah, exactly. That's why there's such a big divide between like critics and audiences now, especially.
Yeah. And one of the other things is the written reviews. Like, I mean, there are some written reviews that are great, and some people who are excellent at writing them, and there are some that, they might be well written, but they do a lot of this like sort of summary of the plot, or like,
Yeah.
a lot of film critics seem to have been told that like you're not supposed to say that like,
Well, there's a format.
you love the movie, like you're just supposed to kind of like describe it. And
You're not
like,
supposed to use I in the film review. Some people adhere to that. Other people, like Roger Ebert, do not have not adhered to that. But I think in terms of writing reviews, there's a format, and then there's like, don't put yourself in the review. Like, try to describe the film objectively, which is impossible. Like, it's possible to describe the plot as it is, but it's not possible to separate the movie from your opinion of it and how it affected you subjectively. So that's kind of why I turn to video reviews sometimes, because they're not pretending that this isn't their opinion, or that it's not a subjective thing. They're not speaking about the movie as though it is definitely a piece of trash.
Yeah, and I see more like divisive like reviews on like YouTube. Like, I feel like the written reviews, even for like a movie like Hillbilly Elegy, I feel like every written review is like, this is trash, and you should think it's trash too. But like, at least with like YouTube reviews, I at least see some like differing opinions, which is like refreshing.
All right, let's get into some Oscar talk. So we can't go through every category in the time we have, but I want to go through the biggest ones. I think what people are most curious about is the acting categories, of course. Maybe there's a couple of technicals that are interesting to discuss, but let's start out with actress. And I want to just get your thoughts on that category.
I don't know, man. I wake up and I have a different opinion. Where I stand as of 6 o'clock my time is, I don't understand the Andra Day thing. I don't understand why people think she's winning. No disrespect. Still have never fully bought Frances McDormand. It's hard for me to see winning a third one there, just in general. A third Oscar to me seems pretty tough. Rip Vanessa Kirby, just rest in peace. I do not understand, but rest in peace. So I'm still kind of torn between Davis and Mulligan, who I guess people are really down on Carey Mulligan now, which I still push back on a little bit, and I still push back even on Viola Davis being this overwhelming favorite now. But it's really a toss-up between Davis and Mulligan for me right now.
I'm in the same ballpark, but I still have McDormand between those three. So I go between the three of them, which is even more difficult for me. Pray for me, please. Send thoughts and prayers. And yeah, it's every day it's different. Every day I wake up and think something different. But we just recently locked in Mulligan as our pick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mulligan, because I think Viola Davis, it's like that could just be a SAG thing.
Right.
I don't know.
It could.
But, and also just the idea that maybe Carey Mulligan would have won the BAFTA is pretty good to me.
Exactly.
But
my mind's
Andra
going
Day
crazy.
and Frances McDormand, I think, like, I don't rule them out. Like, I do think that people who are like, oh, she's winning, what are you talking about? Andra Day is obviously winning. It's like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah, it's not obviously. That would be crazy if she won.
But she also is doing like a big like biopic, sings her own,
I'm sure she's campaigning a lot too.
Yeah.
She's
doing a lot.
Well, I mean, someone brought this up, so I wonder what you guys think. Like, is it possible that Viola Davis and Andra Day like split votes?
Why those two?
So
because there's both singing and playing in a biopic.
Pretty much. They're the singing transformation performance, and then also there's the narrative that either one of them could be the second Black actress to win.
Right.
Someone brought that up, and I thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody will split votes. I mean, if you're voting based on like, I want to pick one of the Black actresses, then yeah, I guess that would be a problem, right? Like, if that's the only thing you're voting on.
It's hard to tell if people will actually vote on that. Like, I mean, I feel like people would vote on that if they also thought that the performance was like worthy of their vote too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would think Viola Davis might have the edge over Andrew Day.
I think so too.
Generally being.
I think people are
freaking Viola
sleeping
Davis.
on how bad that movie is. Billie Holiday. Like,
Yeah.
I
really
it is
did
like,
not like it.
It's a little bit better than like Tom and Jerry for me. Like legit. Like
I'm sorry that you
it's-
saw Tom
oh,
and
man.
Jerry. I didn't even watch it.
I feel like the
yeah,
average
definitely
Oscar
watch it.
voter would think the movie's fine. I think they wouldn't hate it because it's still.
I
Like
don't.
a
I
biopic.
truly don't know. I was like I was kind of bored out of my mind.
Oh yeah, I hated my
But
life.
it's also because it's her first performance too.
Yep.
It's
And it
those
is a
two
really
things
good
together.
performance.
Yeah. It's a really good one. But I agree that the other movies, no one's talking about Billie Holiday anymore, and so perhaps
See,
that performance is just kind of being forgotten.
I'm almost leaning
the
Davis,
other
but
ones.
then I literally think about I'm like, man, Ma Rainey's gonna win like 4 Oscars. I was like, that doesn't even seem right.
Well,
So I don't know.
on
maybe I
that
will
note,
lock in Ma
4
Rainey.
Oscars
Or 2.
implies that your prediction for Best Actor
here we go. Here we go.
is Chadwick Boseman. Do you think Chadwick Boseman has as clean of a lead as many do, or that he did before the BAFTAs?
Oh, I mean, not before the BAFTAs, no. But I can't imagine them not giving it to Chadwick Boseman. I feel like it is almost like too enticing for them not to give it to Boseman. And I said this, in some of my previous videos. Like, I think Hopkins gives an insane performance. I would take Hopkins and Riz Ahmed over Boseman. No disrespect, but I don't know. But I just feel like the backlash would be so insane. Not that they care,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I don't know if they
don't
care. That's why it's so hard to gauge, because I do think that like a lot of people are thinking Hopkins and Riz Ahmed. And I mean, especially Hopkins, I guess.
yeah.
What
The
would
other
you
question is like,
Well, what would you give him percentage wise? Like, what's your pie chart? Does Boseman have 80%?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna say 80-20.
Okay.
wow.
80-20.
I would give Boseman. I'd
Actually-
maybe say it's like 60-40.
Oh my God, 60-40?
I think the
Damn.
more I think about it, I'm like, oh, Hopkins could outsell.
Okay,
him. Oh my
I'll
goodness,
do
oh my goodness.
75-25 because
And
did you guys?
You should ask
I don't know.
him because he's gonna freaking. We filmed
Yeah,
our
what do you
predictions,
think?
And he's predicting. He's gonna go
I'm
with
gonna
Hopkins.
stick with it,
I
yeah.
might switch with it, but I don't know.
You're
I
going
think
Hopkins?
I think it's really close because I kind of laid this out a few times, but because people are saying exactly what you're saying, I think the same thing. I think Riz Ahmed and Hopkins are my favorite performances from a male this year,
Mm-hmm.
and Boseman is probably like a close, third.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're not my favorite, the fact that Boseman isn't my favorite, means technically that I would not vote for him for the Oscar. And so if enough people feel that way, which is not that implausible, then he doesn't win. So that's where I'm, thinking about it that way. And there's been a couple other narratives like with Sylvester Stallone that, they have to give him this Oscar because
Close
and Glenn Close, they
Yeah.
got to give her that Oscar. And then it doesn't
That's
go
true.
that way.
goes to the bathroom.
So it's hard for me to tell, and the BAFTA proved that it's possible. He definitely has an avenue
man.
now.
You guys got me.
And in a way, you think about the performance, what it is by itself. It's a massive, masterful performance, possibly his best. And I mean, these are both such heavyweight contenders with amazing arguments for each one as to why they should win.
So real quick, just no disrespect, but if Boseman were still here, what do you think the actor race have gone so far? Do you think Hopkins would just sweep?
This is very touchy, and
Yes,
a
very
lot of people
touchy.
get very heated about this.
Yeah.
I do have an opinion on it. I think, considering that the father did really well with
Mm-hmm.
Oscar nominations, I think it would be a little more clear for Hopkins to win.
Yeah, it would be close.
I think Boseman would be congratulations, welcome to the club. There's going to be
Yeah.
more nominations for you in the future.
agree.
Of course. If Boseman were alive, I would absolutely think he's going to get nominated many times in the future. Be plenty more opportunities to award him. I don't know if he'd be winning in that case.
Did
to
you
be
guys
honest,
read those anonymous ballots?
Yeah, I was gonna say I read the anonymous ballots and none of them seem to be voting for Boseman.
How many
Right.
are there right now?
There were 3.
There's only 3.
A lot of people say don't even think about the anonymous ballots. It's such a small portion of what the Academy's thinking, and I agree. But
disagree.
at the same time, I did look at them when I was looking at them last year, and I was seeing like nobody's
exactly.
voting for 1917. Like
Exactly.
literally nobody's voting for 1917. If I see a lot of them and just none of them are going for Bozeman, it's gonna make me think like maybe people are really just going with like, I don't know, maybe people just think
they're not
Hopkins their
taking into
favorite.
account, right? They're not.
Yeah.
They're not taking into account.
Yeah,
his
that is
passing.
something that I do want to look at the anonymous ballots for, even though it's a little risky to bet on that small sample size.
That being said, do you think that actor is more or less ambiguous than supporting actress? Because we have Yo Jung-yoon, who is taking the BAFTA and the SAG at this point. Does that make this category now less competitive than the actor category?
He was at 80% before.
Yeah, he was at 80%.
I don't know. I still think it's a little bit less ambiguous, I guess. Yeah, I'd say it's less.
How do you feel about Yo Jung-yoon? Do you feel she's nearly locked in, or do you think there's competition left?
I'd say she's. Oh man, I'm setting myself for just grave disappointment. She's pretty locked in. I would say she's 70% locked in, and then I'd give
her at least that.
I give her like 25% to Bakalova, and then 5% for the rest of them, pretty much.
The other thing that feels good to me about that is that where she won, the BAFTA and the SAG, those are the bodies that have overlap with the Oscars.
Yeah.
They're also really big bodies. Like, I don't care if, like, the 90 Golden Globe members didn't care about Minari. You know, that doesn't, like, matter to me.
Yeah, exactly. I thought Bakalova was going to win the BAFTA, to be honest. So
that was my prediction. It wasn't a strong one, but I think this has become so clear. I would give it, like, 80%, I guess.
Wow.
Damn. Didn't you put money on Bakalova?
Yeah, I have $20 on Bakalova still for the Oscar, and I'm gonna need to think of a way to get my $20 back. So I'm already down $20 if she loses, and I need to find another category to bet on that I can redeem that $20. Now, I might actually place a bet on Hopkins. He's plus 800. Plus 800. I think it's like very close. 800 implies that it's not very close at all.
That's actually pretty good
I might
odds.
actually take up on that bet. So
What about editing? You wouldn't bet on editing?
That's a great category to bet in also, but Sound of Metal actually has a pretty significant lead now in the betting market.
Really?
So if I think Trial of Chicago 7 is going to win, then I can bet on that, which I think it could still win.
Yeah.
If it doesn't win ACE, I abandon that. But if it does win ACE, I will predict
That's a good
Chicago
category,
7.
though. Do you think Sound of Metal will win editing?
I mean, I guess like as of right now, yeah, I would predict it. And I gotta say, I don't fully understand it, but
Yeah.
I would
know,
predict
right?
it. Yeah.
I don't get it either. Like, I liked the editing, and I the first time I watched the movie, I did like the way that conversations were paced and everything, but
Yeah.
it wasn't something where I was like, well, the Oscars will appreciate this type of editing. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I actually think it's seeming like a sound award because I read an article to see if there was something I was missing about appreciating like the editing going on because of how people are rewarding it. Like maybe there's something that's just very obvious that I'm just not getting. And, a huge part of the editing was the fact that the editor had a lot of say in terms of when you're in his head and what you're hearing. So the sound is kind of like executing that vision of what he was hearing. But
I mean, I took that as that's why it's winning best sound.
Right.
Like hands down. That's where I attribute
Right.
it to. So the
Yeah,
fact that
it's
it's winning editing, I'm just gonna choose like a drumming movie like from now on. Like whatever drumming
Yeah,
movie comes
that's
out,
the
I'm just
thing.
gonna pick it. I think Whiplash broke something in
It's
their
the
brain.
fact that there's drums in the movie. People are like, I don't know.
It's
it's
Whiplash.
weird. It's like they think that it must be Whiplash, but it's also like they've seen
Exactly.
it. So it's like that it's not like
Yeah.
Whiplash in that way, but you're still. It's very weird.
Yeah. I don't
But
I don't
I'm
know.
surprised Chicago 7's not looking like it's winning.
I know.
Yeah.
That seemed like such an obvious winner to me.
That's a real shocker when I think back on like how this award season's gone. The fact that movie is winning editing, and I really wonder, since you mentioned it, if there was no drum kit in Sound of Metal, like would the movie win editing? This is a real question that we have to think about.
See, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm not sure either.
I really think Whiplash broke something in their brains. It just like operant conditioning or whatever the fuck that term is. It just
Yeah,
it just
well,
conditioned them.
yeah. I agree.
Classical?
I think it is. I think it
Classical
has to do something
conditioning?
with whiplash.
Probably
like,
classical conditioning
somewhere.
or something like
Probably,
that.
yeah. I'm out of school. I don't need it anymore.
It's like the Pavlov's dogs or something. Whenever they hear a drum kit, they just like fill in that movie in their ballot for editing.
So is Chicago 7's best chance at an Oscar editing?
Absolutely. There's I don't think screenplay is happening at this point, and it's not going to win Best Picture.
Nah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would agree. Yeah, which is fucking crazy. When I first saw Chicago 7 in like September or whenever it was, I can't believe it's come to this. But I think Clayton Davis like posted an article today that was like, what if Chicago 7's only Oscar is Best Picture? And that would just be that would break me.
That hasn't happened
me.
since like way early in the way of Oscars. Way back.
I would kind of love
that
it.
Is, but
Not gonna lie, like my dumbass, I was almost riding that way for Minari for a while. I was like, you know what, it can still win picture even though it's not gonna win anything else. But thankfully, I don't need to go down that route.
I mean, it's interesting because Minari probably did get a lot of #1 votes. And if you think about if Nomadland was not winning, you have a really hard question of what's in second. Just because Trial of Chicago 7's been underperforming compared to like Promising Young Woman, you have to wonder like what would have won Best Picture in that case, or what would have won Best Director. And Minari is a contender there, I think. Like Minari is a movie that I think you could legitimately make the argument if Nomadland didn't exist, Minari might be that movie.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I get too invested and then it just breaks me. So I'll take a supporting actress and that's it. That's fine. Mm-hmm. I mean, what do you guys think about Adapted? Think that's just Nomadland is done?
The Father has a chance now.
I don't know if it's done, but I'd say Nomadland's like 75% chance of winning there.
Yeah.
But The Father could happen.
I would go like 60-40. See how I'm flipped in the screenplay for you and then the actor for me.
I see that the BAFTAs have done that sort of thing before, where they gave it, especially like the Filomena win versus 12 Years a Slave. It's kind of like, feels similar to me.
Okay, are you guys like kind of getting like fatigued of this Oscar season?
Yeah, I think everybody I've ever spoken to is like, no matter how into the Oscars they are, Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm kind of sick of talking about Nomadland, I gotta be honest.
I know.
Yeah. I'm ready for 2022 Oscar predictions.
Yeah.
And I also think it's partly because we just we talk about it a lot. We've done more collaborations than ever, so we end up kind of like giving the same shtick for everything. Yeah. But yeah, I think I just want a fresh batch.
Exactly. I want like Dune. I want like West Side Story. I want Peter Rabbit too. Whatever the fuck.
Peter Rabbit.
yeah, man.
What is that,
bro? Peter Rabbit with James Corden.
Did that not come out yet, or that's still delayed?
Nah, that got delayed.
And it's still not.
Is that like an animated rabbit movie?
That's it's like CGI Rabbit.
CGI Rabbit.
Okay. Oh, Peter Rabbit. Oh,
Kissing
man.
Booth 3.
I'm going to watch Kissing Booth 3.
Mm-hmm. Dude. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
One of the worst trilogies I've ever seen. It's amazing.
I have mixed feelings because I
think he's gonna make a video on it when he does.
I like semi-enjoy it in a weird way.
Wait.
It's like, entertaining, and I like how silly it is, but it's also bad in many ways.
Okay. That's fair.
But overall, my experience with the movies is that I have to admit that I kind of enjoy
it's a positive. It's a net positive. Like there's a reason that you watch the movie. It's because you get a positive experience out of it.
It's good. It's fun in the ways that it's supposed to be, and it's bad in the ways where like it doesn't matter because I like that it's bad.
It's not so bad that you check out and you hate yourself.
I like the dumb dialogue. It makes me more invested in the movie when there's an occasional like bad.
Yo, this is amazing.
Like it.
What a revelation. Okay, wait. So. Would you rather watch The Kissing Booth 2 or Mank? What's a better movie?
I would watch Mank again. I wouldn't want to watch Kissing Booth 2 again.
Okay.
I would watch Mank again because I might get something different out of it.
Would you rather watch Kissing Booth 3 or Mank again?
I mean, I gotta see Kissing Booth 3.
Yeah, like you're right. You gotta see it.
I've already seen Mank.
What about you? You just said you're gonna watch Kissing Booth 3. You gonna miss that?
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
And why are you gonna watch it? Because you like it.
I need this.
Because deep down, deep down you like it.
Do you think it's boring?
Kissing Booth?
Yes.
First one, no. Second one, yes. I can't believe we're spending.
I also watched it with somebody, and it made it a little funner. I'll be honest about that.
Dude, the Booth 2 is like 2 hours and like 15 minutes.
And it is some of the fastest 2 hours and 10 minutes I've seen, and that's not in cinema. I am shocked that I didn't. I was like dreading watching that because I was like, Jesus, that's long. And then I was like, this felt like an hour 40.
Oh my, yo, what the fuck? Yo, this is amazing.
It's an epic of tween cinema.
Oh my.
It's not actually good. Like the
Godfather trilogy of tween cinema, some might say.
The last monologue in the first one is so hilariously bad. And I like it.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so the Dance Revolution, or they're just circling the fucking camera.
No, I'm literally like, me and him are intensely like good and into Dance Revolution, and it was so poorly done. It made no sense. They weren't hitting any of the arrows. What was on screen wasn't even challenging. It made no sense, and it was.
See, they should hire you guys for like the dance like coordinators there.
Yeah, they should actually hire me for that.
I can't believe that was a major plot in a movie that I watched.
That might even.
I can't believe it's a major plot in 2019. Like, that's my thing, is that if that was a major plot when Dance Revolution was popular, that was like 2000, 2005.
No, DDR hasn't been popular for 15 years. So how am I supposed to watch The Kissing Booth, where it's like a worldwide phenomenon in this world, and not like it? Of course I like it.
Yeah, that's where the movie loses.
They're still playing it. I'm still playing. I'm still playing.
Cinema. This is staying in, by the way.
Oh, I hope so. People need to know. People need to know that the Oscar expert likes everything. Likes The Kissing Booth.
The debate is whether this gets in the title.
See, I have this thing.
Talks Oscars and Kissing Booth.
I just don't hate a lot of the. If it's a kids movie, if it's meant for like somebody young, and critics think it's the worst thing, I end up like not hating those movies a lot of time because I'm like, hell, they're for kids. I don't care. Like G-Force, I like no problem with that movie. Like that movie is that movie that like. For what it was, like it achieved that. Like if you watch it like an 8-year-old, if you watch it like a 5-year-old,
this is amazing.
Enjoy it like a 5-year-old.
This is amazing.
He's in touch with his inner child. That's probably why.
Dang, I wish I
would have never watched The Kissing Booth as a child.
Because I watch those like kids movies, and I hate my life. Like the Willoughbys, bro. Just in 2020, the Willoughbys.
There's bad, which is like I'm not enjoying myself. The movie is bad and I'm not enjoying myself. And then there's the movie is bad, but I'm enjoying myself. And
true.
Those are very different. And that does factor into like my overall rating for the film, whether I actually recommend it or not, because I if I could have a good experience at a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like 50 Shades. I didn't hate it, that movie.
What?
Yeah, I know it's weird. I did not hate it. I didn't see the sequels. I wasn't running back to the theater. Right. But I was like, that's like a 6 out of 10. It was fun enough. I saw it with like a group of friends. It was in college. The theater was packed. Some of the scenes were boring and annoying, but like for the most part, it was kind of like, it was cringy and a little bit of fun. Were the characters good? Like, no. But
Dakota Johnson's actually good in the movie.
It was a little bit.
I actually think she's good.
Yeah, she was good. It had great production design. And the cinematography
6 out of 10.
Too.
6. Yeah, isn't that what you gave to like Mank?
Yeah, I can't. These comparisons, like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave Mank a 7. Actually, Mank is like a 7.5 for me.
Okay.
I won't accept comparisons.
6.
I can't compare 6 on that and a 6 in like News of the World, for example.
50 Shades.
Like, News of the World's better made than 50 Shades.
Here, I'll try to explain it this way. So like in The Kissing Booth 2, like The Kissing Booth, Joey King and like all the other actors, like. Yeah. They're playing it up so much, and they're like doing, and they even like have musical accents that are like weep whoop, and it's like very played up. It's very, very cutesy, and some people watch that and they go, "Oh my god, I hate this. This is so bad." And I go like, "It's kind of cutesy. I kind of like that."
Damn. So you're charmed by it. You're charmed by it.
Yes, I'm charmed by it. I think it's charming.
Okay. Hey.
It's different. It's a different kind of enjoyment than like. If I'm watching Nomadland, but like there could be an enjoyment to their
that's fair. That's fair. I'll be looking for your review on the Kissing Booth trilogy.
I'll think of something to say about it. It might not be a review, but it'll be like
I think you guys need to like talk about it when it comes out.
I'm watching it day one.
We'll have a debate on if it's a good movie or not.
Yeah,
on it, like if it's like the best trilogy of the last decade.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't care about. I mean, best trilogy of all time. Let's go there. Toy Story, Godfather, like the
Kissing
before
Booth.
movies. Like, don't care. None of those.
Yeah, I mean they don't compare to Kissing Booth. They don't have Joey King. So
Joey King's
Okay.
actually good in it too.
okay, I don't know about that one.
He's so overwhelmed. He's so overwhelmed. We should. I think
This
we need
is
to wrap it up before his head
insane.
explodes.
Yeah. Okay. That was
well,
great.
Yeah, that was fun. Thank you for coming on Film Drunk. And
Yeah, thanks
if
for
you're
having
not
me.
already subscribed, definitely go over there and check his videos out and subscribe to him. And we'll see you in some future collabs. I hope
sure.
Minari wins some stuff for you on Oscar night.
Thank you. I hope Kissing Booth 3 is like amazing for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, if
We'll
it's
talk
the
about
best
it.
of the
too.
trilogy, I'll be mind blown.
we'll talk about it. I'm sure.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Would you sign up for the Kissing Booth?